They start the drive with Cook. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 16 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Gibson again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Able to connect with Dotson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The numbers from McLaurin a week ago. I asked him before the games, did you know that you were close to 200 last week? He said, oh, yeah, I knew I was right on the doorstep, just short of it, but a touchdown as well. Heck of a game.
I like that he was honest with you because they always know. They keep track in their head. They understand their yardage. But how'd you like to be the defense this week? This was a week of open field tackling practice because you know he's going to get his catches. The key is to limit him after the catch, put him on the ground.
They'll run with Gibson. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. On 1st down, Howell. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Defense. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
And that play... absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So a decision to make there. They decline the penalty as they'd rather force the 4th down. Going for it on fourth. Here's Hell. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Russell Gage amped up and ready to go as the offense returns to the field. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Chase Young. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Hill. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Cook up the gut. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A gain of 3, second down. After 1, 7-0 on the A's. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Hill. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Back to the ground, Cook. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, it's some nice running right there. That's what got him the first down. But at this point, I suggest...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with great... He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Powell's throw complete there to Johnson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
From the 39, Powell. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 6.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Powell's throw complete to Dotson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And he's got it inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And Howe will throw it. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Henry. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. With his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Commanders have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is a...
And he coughed it up. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On first down, it's Hill. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. They've got his man complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Hill now operating from the red zone. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's second down. To the air again. Hill. And it's caught. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll run with Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second down and goal. Hill. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Russell Gage as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And this one is incomplete.
Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. One last shot before the break. Howell. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Jahan Dotson, the Commanders, set to take over. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches. Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. First down, Howell to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. And incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 31. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Here's Howell.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Commanders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. There's Hill. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Jahan Dotson getting set for this next drive.
He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us.
He'll air this one out for Boyd.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Gibson.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackle.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
From the 38, Hill.
Open man here is Scott, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now Hill looking to throw on first.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. A shotgun snap for Hill. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get it.
Back now at FedEx Field, 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
T.J. Hockenson
from 6 yards away.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Off play action. It's Howell.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
On first down, Howell.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Second down, Howell back to pass.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. From 3 yards out.
And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take. Here in the fourth.
A 10-play drive that time. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And it looks like, yes, the Commanders have it.
And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
And he's got it. And he's brought down. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Throwing here, Howell. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Bass on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now this throw caught left side, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sport. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Hill. Got an open man. It's Scott.
He'll get it inside the 20.
A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards. Hill on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Hill. Setting up the screen for Cook. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Late game situation, things seem to be unraveling just a little bit, and that's when you start forcing the football, mainly out of necessity. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete, nearly picked off.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone.
And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. Howell's throw complete to Dotson.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
A handoff for Gibson.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
On first down, right back to Gibson.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.